Minecrafters, it's Kimise. How you guys doing? I know I'm having a great day, and it's time for another episode of KimiseCraft. Whoa, and I hope you are as excited as I am. So, what are we going to do today? Well, you know what? What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take a little break from the Elytra course. I've got several spots set up, like if you take a look with me right here, we've got that taken care of, going through right here, and it's really starting to take course. Now, of course, I've got to go ahead and get a lot of the rank 1 rockets done, so that I stopped dying on the course and everything. And you know, last night I had stream and it was a lot of fun, even though I died like 3 times and lost my favorite boots and stuff, but that's okay. You know, we'll get that fixed. So I've still got a lot of the course to do, but I'm going to go ahead and take a little break from the course today, because what I want to do is I want to start up what I consider my Christmas project. So over here we kind of have a little bit of a Christmas land going on right here, and it looks a lot of fun. They've got the Christmas tree growing. 8-Bit Kit is patiently working through that, and what a great idea for a Christmas for a Christmas area is if we go ahead and have an ice rink. Yep, so for an ice rink we need to have ice. So let's go ahead and let's go to my Tower of Fun. Woo. Okay, and let's go ahead and grab ourselves some ice. Now, I've been squirreling away some ice. I've had ice here for a while. Nope, it's the wrong one. It's a blue box. Yeah, there it is. And we're going to go ahead and grab the ice and pull that, and we're going to go ahead and start the ice rink. So that kind of leads me to think, you know, what's up with you guys for the holiday? I know for us, you know, we always stay home, and it's a lot of fun. Holidays for us in my house is always a lot of really good food, and one of the things that we like to do is we like to, as soon as we get out for school, what we do is we get ready with the food. And the way we do food is we have a big, what I like to call southern, well, not really, south of the border feast that lasts almost a week. Okay, so let's see here. I'm missing a map. I bet you I know who his name is too. I heard DM was like taking maps. You know, he's always taking stuff. Okay, well, anyways, before I get into all that, let's see here. You know what I need? I need a better food source than this cod. This cod does not last very long. And also, let's be honest with you, it's raw cod. Yeah, so let's go ahead and go down here. So I got some cows going on. Look at the cows. They're all bunched up. Let's go ahead and grab, there's only 15 steak in there. Okay, how many cows do I have going on here? Good. This is really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and harvest us some cows up really quick. They've got some raw beef. We got some steak already. So let's go ahead and I like to use a different axe for my harvesting. So let's get my tools out. There it is. Okay. And there is my Fortune 3. I don't know why I use Fortune 3. I wonder if I'd be better off using Looting 3. Let's try that. Okay, let's go ahead and put my Fortune 3 back. Okay, let's go ahead and use my looting sword. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any better results. That'd be a really interesting query to have. But my sword, though, it has flame aspect on it, so it can cook them as I kill them. Wow, that produced a ton. Look at that. That already filled up all my beef and leather. Nice. Maybe the sword's the way to harvest all this time. You know, in fact, that really produced a ton, and I haven't even killed all the cows. Here, let's go ahead and make some room in here for some other stuff. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and put some of the beef in there for right now, because I want to make sure I'm not missing any of my drops. Okay, so yeah, I've been like working up the cows here because I need to go ahead and get some good leather out of it. And I think, yeah, look at that, it's already filled up. Nice. Okay, I think that's the way to go. So make sure you use your looting 3 sword if you are wanting to get the most out of your cow farm, guys. So I think I just got a ton of good stuff out of that just now. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some steak there. My leather. I don't really need that. Okay. You know what? In fact, I don't even think I need to get any more out. We can come back here later. Let's see, did I leave any wheat? No, I didn't leave any wheat. Okay, so let's go ahead and put my ender chest back down. And what we need to do is, where is my orange box? Yeah, this is my item frame box. Let's go ahead and take all my leather and let's put it in there, because that's what I usually use leather for, is I need for all the item frames and everything like that I use. And there, that is safe now. Okay, and then let's go ahead and take the steak, because like I said, I need a new food source to take with me. I don't really need that. There we go. And let's go ahead and cook the steak really quick. So anyways, I was talking about what we do for food. Well, you know, when we get out of school, the weekend of, what we do is I grab like 3 chickens. Yeah, we get whole roaster chickens. And what I do is we'll take those 3 chickens and I will go ahead and put them, I will go ahead and season them up and make a huge, I'm talking about 5 gallons of stock, of chicken stock. So, boom, and the cooking begins. Now, what that chicken, there we go. And what that chicken stock does, well, obviously, that chicken stock does is, I use that for a couple things. So the dishes that I like to make, you know, I like to make good food. Okay, so the dishes that I like to make include, well, I'm carrying a lot of stuff, am I not? Okay. Ooh, cow head. Nice. I got a cow head. How fun is that? Okay. So the dishes that I like to cook with those chickens is I'll make a big pot of stock. So I make this really great stock. I usually add a few jalapenos in there with the normal stock stuff to get a really nice big pot of chicken stock. Now, chicken stock, when you have that stuff, it's just, you know, it's awesome because you can because you do almost anything with it. And what we like to make is something called pozole. Now, it's not a red pork pozole. What we use is I'll take one of those chickens that we had in the soup stock, and I'll take it out and I'll shred it, and that becomes our chicken meat for our pozole. Now, as far as how that goes, basically it's really pretty simple. Pozole is usually made with 2 things. You have hominy in it, and from where I grew up in a place called New Mexico. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with New Mexico, but New Mexico, that's one of the things that they really like down there is a good pozole. And pozole has what you called hominy, and hominy is another word for pozole. Okay, and well, it's, you know, it's Spanish for hominy. And so the hominy, what that does is that gives you a really nice base for the soup, and we like it green, so we use green chili. Green chili is really good. In fact, New Mexico is known for it, and one of the best producers in New Mexico of green chili is Hatch. And so a lot of times you'll see advertisements where you'll see Hatch green chili. You know what I need to do is I think we have a bed over here somewhere. Yeah. Let me go ahead and take a quick nap in the bed, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the Hatch. So basically, Hatch are these green chilies that grow. They're about as long as a hand, okay? And they have this really, really great flavor. Sometimes they're really spicy or hot, and sometimes they're not really hot. It just kind of depends on the ones you get. And what we to make the green chili the way that I do it is I use green chili, I use hominy, I use the chicken, a lot of spices and herbs, and then I let that go ahead, and so I start off with a green chili I'm going to need some more dirt. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more dirt. Okay, so anyways, going back to what I was saying. So basically I make a green chili sauce first. So I go ahead and make a roux. A roux is a thickening agent. A lot of times you hear it used when you're making stews or, let's see here. When you're making stews or gumbo. And I like to start off with a good roux because a roux allows you to get helps you thicken the sauce and gives a lot of flavor to it. And the roux in this case is that we keep it pretty simple. We use some, for the roux, I use butter and flour, and so we mix up the roux, then we put the green chili in there and we start mixing that up, and we add some onions and some shallots, and then we let that cook and simmer for a while, some garlic of course, and then what we do after that, or what I do after that, is after I've got that working for a while, because that builds a lot of flavor right there, then what I like to do is I add some tomatillos in there, and we start to create a broth out of the tomatillos. Now, once the tomatillos have had a chance to absorb all the goodness from the hominy, well, actually, I haven't had the hominy in, from the green chilies, and it starts to get a little thick, that's when I usually come in. And after the hominy, we go ahead, we begin to add the chicken stock, and we start to give it a broth. And that's when we let simmer and we start letting that broth build and start to develop its flavors. And then the last thing I usually put in is, before the chicken, is we'll get the hominy in there so it can start to simmer and build its own flavor. Okay, and then the hominy adds a really nice texture to the soup. And then we go ahead and add the chicken in, and then we let that simmer for a while so that the chicken can absorb all the goodness that we get from the green chilies and such. So that is what I do. That is our first step. That is our first big part of our seasoned Christmas meal, is we go ahead and get the broth and we make what we call pozole. Now, pozole is pretty awesome stuff, so if you haven't tried it, you should go ahead and try to find a way to do it. Now, a lot of places, if you like pork and stuff, they'll make it with pork, they'll make it with a red chili, but we like green chili hominy with green chili pozole with chicken and with the with the green chili. So that's step one. Now, also with the other chicken, we'll shred a second chicken that we use to make all that broth with, and we go on to probably the most famous of Mexican Christmas dishes, or Mexican style Christmas dishes, and that is let's see here, how tall do I want to make this? Yeah, I think we're going to have to go ahead and do some terraforming. And the next step of that is making tamales. Now, again, tamales are a new dish that I've added to what we do, and it's become one of the favorites of the family, because who doesn't like tamales? And what I do again, because I'm a green chili fiend, is we make tamales with green chili and chicken. Again, not a big pork family. We like chicken here. So what we do is I go ahead and do a lot of similar things. I make a green chili sauce to begin with. That's what I start with. It gives me a good base, good place to work with. And once I've got that made up, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and then start making the masa. Now, masa is cornmeal, and I like to season that with a lot of spices and herbs. And once we get that masa going, then we pull out the corn husks and we lay a slather of masa, and then we put some of the chicken green chili mix, and it's not a stew, it's just a real thick mix, and we put that in there, and then we roll up the tamales. And that takes a little while, because tamales are just one of those things that just takes time to do. You can't do tamales fast. And it takes a little bit while, but boy, they are so good when they are done. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get a whole bunch more dirt. Okay, so that's dish number 2. Now we accumulate everything on Christmas Day, because Christmas Day we have a big feast. Now we don't do ham or that. What we do is we have a nice big fajita grill, and so what we do is we usually get some steak. We go ahead and get chicken, because again, that's what I eat. My wife eats steak. That's the only reason we have steak. And what we do is we go ahead and season everything, and we let it marinate overnight, because we want all those flavors to be inside the inside the grill. And we go ahead and we make that. Now with good fajitas, we do all the homemade fixings here at the house. So we make fresh guacamole, fresh pico de gallo. In fact, that's one of my favorite condiments is pico de gallo. If you've never had that, that's a mixture usually of jalapenos, tomatoes, onions, sometimes a little garlic and cilantro. Just kind of depends on how you spice it up. Some lime juice, because you got to have a little bit of lime juice to give you a little bit of acid in it. And it is a fabulous thing. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and get my dirt box over here. Oh, never mind. I had my dirt box on me. So let's go back and get back to work. So that is our big food tradition right there. You know, make fresh guacamole. We go ahead and just go all out when it comes down to that meal. In fact, you know, I even go ahead and get out the rolling pin. And what I do with that rolling pin is we go ahead and make fresh tortillas. Oh yeah. And, you know, so what we do is we go ahead and get I don't do corn tortillas, we just do some flour tortillas, but we go ahead and get, you know, masa mix out, masa harina, and we go ahead and roll out all the tortillas. Now that's probably the most labor intensive work right there, is all the tortillas for the fajitas, because, you know, we like we like we like the tortillas, right? Now, that is our big holiday food tradition, and that goes on for several days, because it usually takes at least a few days for us to get through all the pozole, and the tamales are something else. It takes us a few days to eat, because the tamales, oh, they're so good. In fact, we usually have, when we have our big feast table, we often have another 40 tamales right beside the chicken fajitas and everything. Well, right beside the fajitas, so you can get a good mix. And then we make some fresh green chili sauce, so we can lather all over everything. You know, tough part sometimes is finding the green chilies. You know, that's been the hard part the last couple of years. Has been not being able to find the green chilies, but you know, that happens, right? And so that is our big Christmas tradition at my house. Now, do you guys got Christmas traditions? If you do, go ahead and put some in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys do for Christmas and everything, because it's usually a big time at our house. It involves a lot of food and a lot of yum feasting, and that's the way we like to do it. You know, now of course, you know, we have pies and cookies and all the other little things. You know, just a few, you know, several years ago, during the holidays, I remember one Thanksgiving, and because Thanksgiving kind of falls into it, is, you know, when my kids were a lot little, me and my wife, we went ahead and bought everything. We got the turkey, we made all the traditional things like sweet potato pie, sweet potatoes, and the green bean casserole. We made a stuffing that was just fabulous. You know, I did all the stuff. I marinated in fact, I went ahead and did the turkey, and we had probably the best turkey I've ever made. It was so juicy and roast. And you know what I decided after that meal? As I was eating the turkey, I was thinking, I really, really don't like turkey. And then I was looking at the side dishes, and I go, I mean, these are good, but I mean, it's not the food that, you know, I enjoy most, or I have the best memories of. And so then we start our different traditions, in which, you know, for Thanksgiving we have a big Italian feast, and I think I was telling you guys about that a few weeks ago. And for Christmas we have a big south of the border feast, because those are some of my favorite foods ever. You know, it's not that the other stuff is bad, it's just not the stuff that has the memories that I want to make with my family. And now we have such a great tradition with those things. My kids love it when the food comes around. our house is always the house where all the in-laws come over to eat. And I don't know if it's because we're the only ones that invite them over, or it's the fact that we have all the good food. I'm going to say it's because of all the good food. But it's a place where we can all have as a family and really enjoy and really have a good time with. And so that's it right there. So what are your traditions, guys? What are you guys enjoying? Oh, it looks like it's getting dark again. Let's go ahead and hit that bed. So that's what we like to do at the Arpin House, is we like to go ahead and eat for a week and get everything built up. Oh, excuse me there. I'm doing a little bit of breathing. Okay, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and flatten this out. I hope you guys have been enjoying my story time, letting you know what we do here. Yeah, we got to go ahead and finish snowing this place out. It's going to be a winter wonderland. Okay, so now that I've got this area flat, this is a perfect place for us to start laying out an ice rink. So what I'm going to do, guys, is give me a few minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and lay out the ice, and we'll come back, and then we'll start seeing how we're going to decorate this place. Hey guys, so I've been laying a ton of ice and we've had some great results, so check it out. So we've got the ice going all the way from this side, and we've got the ice going all the way over here. And it's all slippery and slidery like an ice rink's going to be, and then we're going to have this rink that goes all the way around here, and we're going to have places where you stop and where you go, and where you slide here and you slide there. It's kind of fun. I kind of like to have the wheat right there next beside it. Boom. It looks like kind of natural, so it's kind of like moving with the landscape. So I just went ahead and went with the area that they dug out. It's looking really pretty nice. I'm thinking maybe we should go ahead and keep digging out and go around here. So anyways, this is just step one of the ice rink. Okay, this is just step one. What we have to do is we have to make a cute border now. We want to go ahead and make some sort of, it'd be great if we had some sort of ladder case that takes us down into the tree zone. Obviously, I think we need to go ahead and take the lanterns out, because I think the lanterns are killing our snowfall, because we want snow all over the place in here. And snow is a great anti-mob thing, because where mobs are, so where snow is, you don't get mob spawning, so we can go ahead and use it for that. So, I hate to say it, but I think that's all I can do for today. So, hopefully we had a great time. I went ahead and gave you some ideas of what my family likes to do for the holidays and what it's all about for us. And we like to have good food and good fellowship at my house, and so that's really cool. And then I took some time to go ahead and start the ice rink, and I think the ice rink is going to look really awesome when we get it all done. We just got to work on some specifics in here. So next episode, what we'll do is we'll probably go ahead and finish up the ice rink. We'll go ahead and come up with a border with it, and we'll go ahead and finish out the rest of this area. And so this is Kimise, and I want to again say thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Couldn't do this without you guys. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I want to say thank you again, and I hope you guys have a great December. Bye-bye.